And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft. All right, we have the mob farm ready to go, and I moved the hopper because reasons. I moved it right underneath, pretty much the same setup. It's just packed underneath. Because when this block was open, I tried spawning squid in here, and they were getting stuck back in here, and they weren't actually hitting the mob grinder. And that's a problem because any low mobs like squid, chickens, you could put rabbits in there if you were really devilish. But anyway, we're gonna move on to something new, and it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna create a little tree farm for a very special type of tree. So I've already got the gatherer and the sower and all those things. So look for one of these biomes. We're actually right next to one, which is kind of cool. And we're going for the special kind of wood that's in here. Right down here, you can see them. These trees do spawn rarely in other biomes, but this biome specifically, they spawn in large numbers. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they are included in the vein miner. I'm sure a broadaxe would probably do it.
Yep, it does.
Oh, you've got one? Oh, lucky.
No, I don't have one in this server. I made one in the other server, and that does do it. Nope, I just took a diamond one out of the system.
So we're going for saplings. That's what we need to jumpstart this. And this special wood, mineral wood, is what we're going after. So there's 5 saplings from that one. And I want to just dig down the front here, because I can cut way faster when I'm not flying. So yeah, the leaves start to decay, just like that. There we go. So you get quite a few things from these, and all of them are good. So the mineral berries, you're going to want to keep those. The crystallized mineral chunks, you're going to want to keep those. And obviously the mineral wood is pretty much the same as all wood. I mean, you can make chests out of it and stuff like that. But the squeezer is really where you come into play. You get this mineral resin from that, and that's what the main purpose of this wood is for. So I've got 9 saplings. Let's get one more tree down, and then I'll go out. Flower is working on some other trees, so hopefully by the time I get the farm up and running, we'll have a few more saplings to deliver. There we go. Now we're starting to decay. Ta-da! Okay, now we've got a little bit more that we can work with. I think I'm going to put it right next to the cactus farm. And I want to get rid of a little bit of this water that's in here. So I think we have a lot of grass blocks. Now that we have silk touch on our drills, you get a lot of grass blocks. So down here, I just kind of want to line this up. Obviously, we're going to go with the same size. So plant gather. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, like that. And then we're going to put a tier upgrade, and that'll show exactly what we have there. And you want to go to the exact center, like so. That should be the exact center. And then you want to put your plant sower down. And then this also gets that. Otherwise, you're going to have a much smaller area. And the plant sower can actually go one further down than everything else. So go that, put the tier upgrade, and that should be the exact same size as the gatherer, which is beautiful. Okay, so this doesn't have any power now, so I'm going to set these like that and then lock them into place. So even if it uses all the saplings, it'll still know that all these are grown. So these colors that you see in here actually they're actually for the different quadrants inside the area. So split this area up, and these are, so putting something else in this quadrant would plant something else back in here. And then so you can split this up. You can have this thing managing 9 different plants all at the same time with the plant sower, which is nice. So we're going to want a way to deliver power and items to this, and this is going to grab you know, the wood and the saplings, and so we're going to want a central place, so like a crate, and then we're going to want some signalum plated impulse item ducts, because we need to deliver power out there too, and the best way to do that is with the signalum plated. Okay, so let's tear up the ground a little bit so we can get down there and do some work. I want to go a little bit more down. Oh, that's limestone. I thought that was sand. I didn't want to mine that. Okay, so there is the sower. We can just take our signalum plated and just go right out like that. And then we're basically done with this area in here. So we can fill this back in out to here. Now we don't want this to pull saplings directly out of here because we want to centralize it. So we're going to add a flux duct just to keep those separated. So redstone energy is fine. These things don't need nearly that much power, but we'll go with it. Okay, let's fill in. I have some grass blocks I can use. Okay, so we want power over here. We don't really need access to power. We could grab power from over there, but why not just use another quantum entangle porter? Why not? Because reasons. Okay, I'm going to put that right over here. And this is going to be energy, output, eject, and then power supply. So there are your saplings that are going in, of course. It used all of them. So if we put the rest of these, it'll start putting them in. And we can basically cover this up. We don't need access to it.
38 more in there.
In the
System.
Ooh, right. Okay, so I'll deal with that in a second. Okay, we want, now that those are there, we don't need the impulse item ducts out there or the signalum plated. So I'm just going to go regular impulse item duct, because the power is already being delivered to both of these. So I'm going to bring this up to here. Do I want it to here or here? Now here is good. We're going to put the crate in. And we want a servo. I want a few servos. So, servo in, whitelist the sapling. That's important. Whitelist the sapling for the servo going down to here. And now you should be able to, we want to disable. If we put all these other saplings in, it'll pull all of them out and dump them into this, which is kind of what we want. Okay, the next thing is let's fill in the rest of this. Because we're basically done with that portion. Now we need to pull the wood and stuff out of here. So let's pull all, just everything. Empty blacklist, pull everything out. Why did that not? Why did that not add more saplings? Where did those saplings go? I put 38 more saplings in there. Where did they go? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Let's do that. I'm going to grab one of these. Oh, I need a few of these. I don't know what happened to those saplings.
Getting more.
Like, really, I did, like, they just disappeared. Lock. Where did those saplings go? Okay, well, I guess gotta dig down here again. I want to make sure items don't go anywhere in here. So no items at all into my quantum entangleporter. That would be bad. I wonder if they went into there. I'm kind of curious now. So they're just like lost to the ether because I don't have I don't have a quantum entangleporter accepting items. Let's grab another one of these. I'm just going to put it right here. We're going to set it to power supply. And we're going to set this one to output and eject on. Wonder. Yep, there they are. They were stuck inside the quantum entangleporter. That is funny. So, be aware that can happen. There we go. Much better. There's 3 more. Those should be pulled.
Each tree seems to give me about 3.
There we go. Okay, so none of these have grown yet. I'm thinking of doing another growth crystal. I don't know if we really need one. Oh, we are missing 1 prismarine shard. Didn't I thought for sure I crafted those. Yeah, prismarine shard to crystal. There it is. I knew I crafted some of these, or I knew I had this on autocraft. So we want a sea lantern, and we want a growth crystal. Oh, what am I missing? Dirty glass. Oh, that's interesting. I don't really make very many of these, so I don't know if putting those on autocraft would be worthwhile. So I'm going to go in here, and let's see, where's the center? Right about here is the center. So I'm going to go back 1. And I'm going to put this underground, because this can actually check up to 2 blocks up or down. So it'll actually affect all of this up here, which is good times. Okay, now we need a way to control things going out into our system. So let's get some more item ducts. There they are. want a servo. We want to whitelist the mineral wood. Whitelist. And keeping this, we could affect this with a lever. For now, I'm just gonna set it up. And we want also the berries and the shards. So let's whitelist those as well. And this should pull all that wood into our system, and it's all good from there. We will, once we get into this mod a little bit, be able to... Oh, there's a couple trees. All right. Also, we want to grab that. Let's see, this is cocoa beans. And a tank. We need to grab the sludge that this thing is producing. So this is fluid duct. Doesn't really matter. Super laminar. Let's make a few of those. Why not? We've got the resources. So one of these here. Oh, servo. Always the servos. There. Pulling that sludge out, putting it into the brown, and that goes into the sludge. Oh, I had a servo on me. I don't know where that came from. Okay, that is all good. So now what do we do with all this mineral wood? Well, let's go look at the process. So to get started, we need to do some squeezing. So in order to make the mechanical squeezer, we need a regular squeezer. We need some batteries, so we're going to need some, crystals, and we're going to need a whole lot of stuff. And I don't know if we have enough just yet. Oh, we might actually have enough mineral crystal. 12 mineral crystal. Let's see if we can't. Let's craft these automatically. So craft that. Craft the squeezer, which looks fine. Okay. Battery, squeezer. Now, mechanical squeezer. Doesn't like those batteries because of the NBT data. And the mineral, I need a couple of these. I need to turn these back into shards because we need a couple batteries. There's the mechanical squeezer. Now the normal squeezer you can build, and you can put stuff in, but you have to jump up and down on it in order to get it to squeeze. The mechanical squeezer obviously just uses power to do the same job. The other thing we're going to need is a drying basin. So there's a drying basin and there's a mechanical drying basin. So obviously pretty much the same sort of craft. There's some wood. I'm gonna turn the ore dictionary on so it uses any wood. And we're going to put this in here. And we're going to go the mechanical drying basin, which again uses these batteries. Okay. So now we have all that stuff auto-crafted. Let's look at INT. Integrated Dynamics. I want a, let's see, we have actually one squeezer in here, which is nice. So, mechanical drying basin, can we craft one of these? We can. and a mechanical squeezer. Where is that at? Oh, there it is. It looked like a battery to me, which is why I didn't immediately recognize it. Okay, now we need somewhere to put this stuff. Let's go up here. Maybe way up here. Way up here. Because let's do the drying basin there. And let's do the squeezer there. Obviously, they need power. Flux duct. And I do want to upgrade all this flux duct here eventually. I need one more of those. Because the dryer needs some too. Okay. So auto eject fluids, we're going to do that to true. And that's going to go into drying automatically. So we want... Oh, I've got a wireless. What am I doing? Mineral wood. So if I put some mineral wood in here, let's put one in here. It's going to give us crystallized chunks, and it's going to give us a block of crystallized mineral. So each one of these is going to give us one bucket, and it's going to give us that block of crystallized mineral. So to auto craft these, we're going to go over here. We're going to say mineral. One mineral wood equals one block of crystallized mineral. That is going to go into an interface on the mechanical squeezer. And we want an import bus. There's one. Let's make sure this works. We've got some crystallized mineral. Let's make sure that works. It does. Now, let's get some acceleration cards in here, just so it does it faster. And now that we have that, we can put that in there, and we can set up a craft to reconvert the block into shards. And now we've got the basics for integrated dynamics, auto-craftable. And I've already got mineral wood going over here in my giant thing. That's the mineral wood there. So we've got lots of it now. And yeah, we can actually start getting into certain things. And now that we have mechanical squeezers, I want to get another one of those. And this one is going to be a dedicated squeezer for ore processing, which is done over here. So this is my ore processing line. So I kind of want to put one over here. My voice is going, so I know that we're getting close to the end of recording session for today. Flux, resonant flux duct. I want to kind of keep these matched up. So so this, we're going to want an export bus, or do we want export bus? Let's just make 64 of those because I'm tired of making them one at a time. And we want an import bus. And let's see if we can't import off the top. So the export bus, I want coal. Ooh, that's a lot of coal. So this, let's put one in there and make sure. Let's put a few in there. Are those going to get pulled out? Yeah, see, this block is kind of finicky. So Fluix cable. And then let's take this import bus and put it over here. There we go. So now is it going to try to pull that coal out? Doesn't look like it. So we can actually now auto process coal. And let's do capacity card, because there's a few crafts with this. Actually, if we look at the squeezer, we can hit U on the mechanical squeezer, and it'll actually pull out like everything that it can do. And you know, it can do quite a bit. There's a lot of recipes here. So yeah, lapis, redstone does pretty good on. Pretty much none of my ores I want to process with it. It can do magma cream to magma block, but I think our pulverizers can do that as well. I know that there was, ooh, cactus. You can do cactus green, but it also produces water. There's really nothing we can do with water over here. How are you doing on importing? You're actually keeping up. I'm going to put one acceleration card in there. So it just pulls them out easily. So yeah, that's just auto processing coal. So to make graphite now, we don't need to actually use charcoal. We can just use coal if we really, really want to. And again, let's go use. Let's get to the end here. So I can do like pop chorus fruit to crystallize chorus chunk. Blaze rods are actually really good with this. Like 6 or 7 blaze powder for each one of these. It can create lava from netherrack. That can be handy. Ooh. Yeah. Peonies, it can craft like almost 12 pink dye from 1 peony.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
And bone meal is equally good. So maybe let's try to do an interface. I'm going to try something. We're running way over time. But let's try. Do I have bone meal? See, I don't have bone meal on AutoCraft. So let's try a pattern. So, not that we need a lot of bone meal, but well, let's do this. I want you. I wanted like 6 of you. So bone to 6 bone meal. In this interface. And I'm going to take this coal and I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to try. It works. That is good. So I'm going to need more acceleration cards, and I accidentally popped them into the system. So we're going to put those in there. Now we have a way of auto-crafting with this when it's not processing coal. So once it's done processing the obscene amounts of coal that we have, or the ore that we have, and this is upgraded, so this can hold hundreds of thousands. Once it's done with that, it'll actually be able to autocraft with stuff. So yeah, good times. And that is the basics. That is the very start of why did this. I might need an import bus to get the remnants out of this. So import bus. We should now be able to pull. Yep, we're pulling out of that now. Good. And as long as the mineral wood grab a little bit more of that. And let's just throw some in there. Make sure that import bus doesn't actually pull out too much. And this is rapidly making the crystallized blocks, which is nice. So there we go. Good times. And I want like just 2 acceleration cards in here. I don't need a whole lot. Okay, well, that is the very, very beginnings of how you start getting the basics for integrated dynamics working. We will work a little bit more with that in a future episode. And yeah, we'll automate some things with integrated dynamics. It's a very nice mod, very powerful. I'm looking forward to going over it step by step with everybody. And yeah, that will have to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.